Hello friends, and welcome back to this recorder series for beginners. This is lesson number 3. If you haven't seen the first videos in this series, I recommend checking those out now. In this lesson, we're going to be reviewing the notes that we've learned thus far. We're also going to be learning a classic song called Ode to Joy, and make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to give you a bonus song. Let's start by reviewing the notes that we've already learned. The notes are G, A, B, C, and D. G, A, B, C, D. D is when you remove your thumb on the back. Okay, so these notes are only using the left hand. Let's play through those notes starting from the note G like this, so we have all of our fingers down. Next, let's go to A, so we're going to lift off this finger here, ring finger. Then we're going to B, lift off the next finger. Then C, we're going to swap fingers here. And D, we'll remove our thumb in the back. If you don't know those notes, it's because you probably haven't watched the first videos, or you just might need to review them. Let's go ahead and play those notes again together, starting with the note G. Now remember, if you want to get a nice sound to start your note with the syllable tu or ta or da, what you do is you build up air behind the note by stopping the flow of air with your tongue and then releasing it. Let's play the same passage of notes going from G up to D, but we're going to play each note twice. And if you ran out of air, it means that you either didn't take a big enough breath or you just need to conserve your breath as you play. Now let's go down through those notes, starting with D, and just play each note one time. So here we go, D, C, B, A, and G. Let's do that again, playing each note one time, starting on D. Nice. By the way, there are just so many options for recorders, so if you want like a cool looking recorder, you can find any color you want. You can also spray paint yours like I did to mine. Although I don't know about putting spray paint in your mouth. I don't think that's a good idea. Now let's go down through those notes again, playing each one twice, starting from D. Remember to take a big breath before you play. And when you breathe, make sure you breathe low from your diaphragm in your stomach. Feel your belly poof out, instead of trying to breathe up high from your chest, because you'll get very shallow breaths from up here. Now let's learn the classic song Ode to Joy. It sounds like this. This is a great song to learn because not only do a lot of people know it, it also uses all the notes that we've learned so far. Ode to Joy is made up of 2 long phrases, and they're basically the exact same thing, except for the last 2 notes on the end of those 2 phrases. So what we do is we play this big long melody, and then we have these 2 notes on the end of it, and then we play the same exact melody, and then we change the end 2 notes on that second phrase of the melody. If you think about it that way, it seems very simple to learn because you just have to learn one line. The hardest part of the song is probably right off the get-go, because what we're going to do is we're going to be starting on a B and then going to a C and then going to a D. So those notes require us to be switching some fingers on the front swapping here, and then on the back for the D. Let's try learning this in 4-note sequences. So we'll play B, B, C, D for the first part. Here we go. Now we're going to play D, C, B, A. And then G, G, A, B. And then B, A, A. Let's play through this slowly together, and I'll just use the fingerings and the arrows to help you to follow along. And you can use the speed function on YouTube videos. So if you click on the gear at the bottom corner, you can select the playback speed. And if you want, you can lower the speed to 0.75 to make that even slower to practice with. Secret of the pros that I learned from a child. Here's that first phrase again. And I snuck a breath in the middle there somewhere. I think it was on a C or a D. I can't remember actually where I breathed. Now the next line of music, or the second phrase of music, is literally the exact same thing except for the last 2 notes. So it sounds like this. Actually, it's the last 3 notes that are different now that I think of it. Sorry. So for the second line, we're going to play the same notes, B, B, C, D. And then D, C, B, A. And then G, G, A, B. And then A, G, G. So at the end there, instead of going B, A, we go A, G, G. So here's the second line slowly. If this video is helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up. By the way, guys, I have a book series. If you're interested in learning more, you can check that out here on my Shopify page. So here's the whole song with the notes. That song was written by the infamous composer Beethoven. He also wrote this famous melody. And that is the bonus riff we're going to learn today, or bonus melody. That's Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. And we actually get to learn a new note at the same time. So here we go. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. I'm going to give you the fingerings here to help you along, and I'm going to keep this part really short. But what we're going to do is we're going to play B, 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 G, okay, B, 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 G, and then A, F sharp. And F sharp is a new note that requires us to use our right hand, these 2 fingers, the middle and ring finger, all right, like this, almost like you're going to give the rock sign, yeah, like that. So we skip this hole right here, and we have this hole here and this hole here. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 are covered. 0, 1, 2, 3, skip 4, 5, 6. And 6 has 2 holes in it, so make sure, or on it, so you make sure that you cover it with the pad of your finger like this, kind of like flat. So B, 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 G, A, F sharp, okay? And you might want to practice F sharp a bunch of times like this. Actually, just try F sharp. You might want to go from G to F sharp like this. And switch a bunch of times because you're going to have to practice doing this over and over again to get the muscle memory. So B, 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 G, A, F sharp.